Today I'd like to cover off some questions that we get fairly regularly about some of the Combi products, in particular on the Combi Urban Walker. So I just want to talk you through some of those and hopefully help with your decision. One of the common questions we get is handle height. People ask about higher handles, adjustable handles, and whilst there are a couple of other models we do have, like Spazio and Miracle and Premier coming out that are higher, the handle height in the Urban Walker Prestige, which I'm holding here, is actually very standard. As you can see, I'm comfortably standing with the stroll at the moment. I'm right on 6 foot tall, and it's about 1 metre in height. So really, you can get higher in handles throughout the market, but this is very comfortable for someone of my height. Another great feature of this particular model is the back wheels on the Urban Walker. You've only got 2 single wheels, and they're actually set quite wide apart. What that means is, if you're tall or you're a bit of a walker, you take a long stride, you've actually got plenty of room for walking because there's nothing, you haven't got a second wheel or a narrow space to walk between. So it's actually really quite popular and practical for taller parents. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about today. Secondly, seat length. The way Combi fabrics are made, there's plenty of detail in the stitching, there's lots of padding. It actually serves to make the seat look quite small. People, when they look at a Combi stroller, tend to think the top of the seat's around this line here where you can see. However, the top's actually all the way up here. So there's a support bar that goes somewhere through the middle here, and when the seat's all the way up, it's designed to pivot with the weight of a child's head. If you measure that length from top through to the front of the seat, it's actually over 80 centimetres. To put that into context, there are a lot of very large 3-wheel strollers, prams in the market that are significantly shorter than this. Seat width is around about 30. Again, there's some popular brands out there that appear significantly bigger that are actually smaller. That's well and truly sufficient for a newborn up to a 4-year-old, and certainly as is the length of the seat. The one thing I think which does create some misconceptions also is when the seat is down, the seat back, or the very end of the seat, which is called a head barrier, that kicks up at almost right angles to the seat base, whereas when the seat's all the way upright, it goes back. So the seat is slightly shorter in the fully reclined position, but as you raise that seat, as you would for a bigger child, and a bigger child will sleep in any position from all the way up to slightly down, you're picking up that extra length on the seat. So there aren't many seats bigger than this. So certainly, if you're interested in a Combi and you're worried about the seat length, I can tell you now it's actually a very generous size. Another question we get on this particular colour, which is the Urban Walker Prestige in Champagne, is the ability to clean this, because obviously it's a light colour. Now the fabrics are all removable. All Combi strollers, you can take them off. This one's easy. It's just a few clips at the back, a piece of Velcro in the middle, a couple more clips there and 2 at the front. It'll come off as one piece. Really easy to wash. You're supposed to hand wash at 30 degrees. It'll dry nice and quickly because it hasn't got a foam layer between the fabric. It's just like a spun fabric, so it dries really, really quickly. And if you've got some really hard stains, you just use like a laundry soap, like a Sards Wonder soap. Give it a bit of a scrub. You don't really need to soak it, and give it a rinse and hang it up. It should come clean quite easily. You can also do that for the hood. I mean, you can see how easily I've taken off the canopy. 2 clips. If that gets dirty, you can give that a rinse in your laundry tub, hang it up on the line, and away you go. So yes, it is a light colour, and light colours do show dirt, but like anything, it's if you can remove and wash it, you should be able to get it back to as new condition with most stains. So it's quite a hardy fabric. Another comment on the Urban Walker and other non-sort of miracle turn steering combis is when you flip the handle over, 2 things happen. The handle actually travels from that side to this side and comes a little lower. It's a tiny bit lower, but again, it's still okay for me. And also the front wheels and now the back wheels, so I'm steering on the back. Now it's a different style of steering. The analogy I use is like learning how to reverse park a car. Normally you're pretty ordinary at it at first, but after some practice you get quite good. It's just quite sensitive, but you've got to remember, the Combi stroller is about something that's super lightweight, super compact. You've got great features like the massive hoods. The reverse handle's a bonus feature, and it's something you typically only use for 3 to 6 months anyway. And from then you just operate, on the other side, which has got superb steering. So you're not having to spend $150, $200 on a bassinet. Yes, it's a small compromise, but really it shouldn't affect your buying decision on this pram, because it is about lightweight and compact and great quality and all those things. And if you are taller and you take a longer stride, well, you just walk with one foot either side of the wheel, push it further ahead of you with a straight arm. There's ways around it. So it's not ideal, but it's a free feature. It's great to have the opportunity to interact with your child for the first few months, and then you go back to the great function on this side. So they're the common questions we get on this Combi stroller, the Urban Walker Prestige. So hopefully that's helped you out. If you've got any other questions we haven't answered, you can give us a call or jump online to www.combi.com.au. You can email us at info@combi.com.au, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Combi Australia. Thanks for watching.